details are stunning. This animation art, it really makes you feel something, doesn't it?
I wonder how they came up with this concept. This space is so inspiring.
Welcome to Artistry in Design. Today we are exploring a question that's on every creative mind lately. How is AI changing the game in design? We all know that tech is moving fast, but what if I told you it's not just speeding up workflows, but actually shaping the way we create? In this episode, I'm joined by someone who's seen this transformation firsthand. He started as a designer and by 27 became head of our designer department. We'll dive into how AI is becoming a true creative partner in ways we never saw coming. So sit tight, relax, and let's get inspired.
Who we are Lucia Museum. A great museum is a place of genuine inspiration, sparking curiosity and connection.
Welcome back to our Artistry in Design. So today joining me is Ben, a UX UI designer and a total Figma freak. Welcome, Ben.
Thanks for having me.
So let's just get right into it. AI is being integrated into various industries. So can you just share a bit with us and our listeners whether AI is generally being used in design within your work?
Yeah, sure, totally. So for me, I use quite a number of tools for AI. So the main goal is to basically idea generation and also quick inspiration. So for example, for text, I use ChatGPT to brainstorm with different tones and styles, and also to rephrase it, because my crappy English couldn't be very useful in a real project. And for imagery, I use Midjourney to brainstorm some of the components and structures, and also the aesthetic styles. And lastly, I use Perplexity for research, as I think it's a great tool to research information online, because it shows like a relevant links to support the findings, and rather like GPT that making up stories. So basically I use different tools for different needs, and the takeaway here is to save me time, so it allows me to focus on what is actually important throughout my workflow.
Yeah, I really love you're using AI for idea generation and inspiration. Like in my personal experience, it's like most of the time they did actually help me a lot with the content creation as well. According to the things that you said, I'm really curious. One thing is that in what situation do designers find out themselves using AI-generated content? Like personally, if I tend to think about that the content creating things might use ChatGPT, like for generating text more often. So like what kind of situation that designers actually use the AI-generated content?
Yeah, so that's a very good question. So people might usually understood UX designer only doing with aesthetic stuff like colors, fonts, all those design elements. But generally speaking, so we also have to consider, let's say, in the business part would be the size of the content. So for example, if you look at, let's say, food ordering apps, the descriptions of each perhaps dishes may have like a limited length of words. So those are part of the tone of voice and also the content as well. So by using ChatGPT, we actually can have an overview of, for example, like short description, how it's going to affect our layout, how it's going to affect the product, and also how it's going to affect how user perceive our product overall. So the use case of ChatGPT in UX design as per part of my workflow was simply having the actual content rather than like a dummy text, so we can have a feel and have a sense of how it's going to look like on our stage of development, and to just try to make things a bit quicker and easier for us to playing things around. For example, like putting icons, putting colors the way that we want it, the way that we want the customer to perceive it. So it's a handy tool.
That is totally our purpose for today. And then thank you so much for joining us for today's podcast. And then also it's clear that this design and then your insight is like our AI capabilities is changing how we approach the way that we think about the design before. And then thanks for the listeners as well tuning into the Art Straight in Design. Whether you are just starting out or are a sponsor pro, there's always something new to learn in this evolving world. Please remember is that keep pushing those creative boundaries. I will see you next time.